Hey guys, Darkstone Commentary here, also known as the Mentally Challenged Gamer, or the Gaming Professor. And today, we are looking at something quite different than what I normally do. The first two episodes of the show have been game reviews. But today, we're going to theorize. And not just about any game, as you can see from around me. Today, we are theorizing about Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. I just gotta think and sip. Went down the wrong pipe. Oh god. But Five Nights at Freddy's, a game series that took the internet by storm, with Let's Players screaming their balls off while us fans are laughing and screaming beside them. It came into the fray 4 years ago and ended a couple of weeks ago. And by God, was it anomalous. I know I don't normally do theories, but I also know that this is MatPat's territory. An awesome theorizer. If you have not seen his channel, go check him out. But I know this is his territory, but I have to tell you, Matt, I think you may be wrong about something. Okay, I'm going to start this video off by saying I love the FNAF games, and the lore that surrounds them. I have fully completed Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, 3, and Sister Location, all stars, completing them on the hardest modes possible. But sadly, I cannot play them that much anymore, or at least not for very long. My anxiety has gone up since then, and it has made it hard for me to play the games now, without most likely having a panic or an anxiety attack. But even with that limitation, I still love the games and the lore behind them. I even have physical copies of the books that maybe someday I can get Scott and Kira to sign for me someday. Also, this is not a rip on MatPat either. I love the guy, and I'd love to meet him someday. I've already met Markiplier, so my YouTube wishlist only holds MatPat, the Completionist, Jacksepticeye. So Matt, I love you, so please don't take offense to this video. Alright, we good? Thanks. And MatPat's newest theories on the FNAF series are all about closing the book on the Five Nights at Freddy's storyline, and ending the story with a solid storyline and a clear conclusion. His theories ended with him saying that in Ultimate Custom Night, you are playing as William Afton, Springtrap, or whatever you want to call him by this point. Playing in a never-ending game of life and death in hell, being held there by the last souls that is still not at rest, the spirit of Golden Freddy. He's currently, at the time of this video being written, has been able to release half of the timeline in the final timeline episode. And trying to piece together the storyline is something really hard to do, and I respect Matthew for it. But as another theorist, I had some thoughts on the whole Five Nights at Freddy's ending thing happening. MatPat said that he is unsure if this is the end of Five Nights at Freddy's, just like I was when I heard that Ultimate Custom Night would be the end. One thing I know for sure in Ultimate Custom Night, everyone is there. Every form of chicken, bear, fox, bunny, puppet, nightmare, and even the frickin' phone! I swear if I see one more animal suit in this game, I swear I'm at some sort of weird furry convention, or Scott Cawthon has really been the Chuck E. Cheese lately. But there is one problem with Ultimate Custom Night, as well as Matt's theory. Everyone is not there. That's right, there is an animatronic, or animatronics, missing from Ultimate Custom Night, which I think will be the enemies of the next Five Nights at Freddy's games, if Scott chooses to make them after all. If you choose not to make them, I volunteer the people who make the joy of creation, because that'd be awesome. They are not nightmares, and they are not normal animatronics. And hell, Matt and maybe some of his fans, or people watching this, have seen these animatronics before, hidden in plain sight, hidden in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and in the corners of the series that you never thought were there in the first place. First, we need to speak of these animatronics, now that the main Five Nights at Freddy's series has ended. We need to speak of the remainders. The remaining animatronics that are still roaming free out for blood. The twisted animatronics. That's right, the twisted animatronics. I know what you might say. Stone, the twisted animatronics only show up in the books, which count as non-canon. That's where I say, nay, nay! What am I, horse? Can it be a horse animatronic? Like Ploppy or something? Plop, plop, plop. We have seen a lot of crossover between the books and the games already. Even MatPat has acknowledged this when Sister Location came out. Many things from the books and the games overlap, but where do I start this description? Let's start with the animatronics. There are 5 twisted animatronics. There's Twisted Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, and there's a Twisted Wolf. There's also Twisted Chica, but she never shows herself in the books, only merchandise. The Twisted animatronics are animatronics in the books that dig themselves into shallow graves during the day and climb out at night, only to kidnap and murder children. Man, if that's why my mom told me not to go out at night, I would have listened to her so much more. I'm sorry, Mama, please forgive me. Now, these are the only animatronics not to be seen in the games. Or are they? If MatPat says in his newest theory that the Grey Wolf from Chica's high school days was the murder dog of Susie, or the spirit of Chica.
Chica, aka Susie, is death number 1. She's lured away by Afton, telling her that her dog died. We see it in FNAF 6's Fruity Maze. We also read about...
Right in the fourth closet. Quote, the second was a little girl with blonde curls. I heard Daddy say he was hit by a car, but I knew it wasn't true. Bonnie told me it wasn't true. He said he found my puppy. And did he take you to your puppy? He took me, and I don't remember. My name's Susie.
We even hear about it in the Chica anime cutscenes from Custom Nights.
I told him that someone ran over his dog in front of my house.
But I don't think that's the case. I think this is the untwisted version of the wolf. Listen to this excerpt from the book.
And then she saw it. A distorted figure stood at the very edge of the trees. The creature turned and walked towards it, revealing a shiny muzzle. One front paw hung and the other raised up. He stared at Charlie, and she looked into his eyes, piercingly blue and shining. Once he was an agile and well-groomed pet with silver hair, and a moment later a worn metal framework, partly covered with a rubbery, transparent skin, with eyes of white bulbs.
Silver hair. The only other character in the entire series we meet with silver hair. Then, how would Chica know about the wolf without the twisted animatronics being canon to the story in the main games? She couldn't. That's how. Chica was also the first one killed, say, the MatPat's theory, so she could have possibly known about the twisted animatronics being real. Scott doesn't put things in his games for nothing. Scott doesn't do coincidences, as MatPat said himself. That's also not the first time we meet the Twisted Wolf. In Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, when you get a rare screen of Baby in the alley, there was a poster on the wall with a wolf on it. A gray wolf. A wolf with gray hair. Again, a wolf with gray hair that shows up for no reason. But again, Scott doesn't do coincidences. Now let's go back to the Pizzeria Simulator. You've seen the blueprints that Remnant was being experimented with, and it talks how William was able to experiment with Remnant, or child soul juice. Now 100% FDA approved. Now, how would he get that Remnant? With the baby's crew being taken down the first day, how could he have possibly gotten all the children needed to revive his son to become Michael, aka a walking corpse, and for the experiments? Because he can't just go running around stabbing people, he'll get caught and he won't be able to keep doing his own experiments. He made the twisted ones to do it. He built the twisted animatronics to go out and get the remnant he needed for his experiments. Because they are built to capture and bring children to William or Springtrap in the books. With the souls that they were able to bring back to him, he was able to use the remnant to put souls in the sister location robots to revive his son, and had what he needed, and he knew how to control Remnant then. I know Baby has his daughter's soul in it, but that's a different story. I think that's also the reason why William was able to live after becoming Springtrap. He was exposed to Remnant so much, with that Remnant, and a little bit of his own if he has some, he was able to survive and become Springtrap, with his body and his soul still stuck in the animatronic. The twisted animatronics becoming canon in the FNAF universe brings out so many options on how William and how Sister Location was able to become what it is, as well as Michael being alive. Now there's one last step to the end of Five Nights at Freddy's. The twisted animatronics need to be put down so they can never kill another child again. They are still on the prowl and still out for blood and Remnant. But who will take them down if Michael is dead? Or is he? I know this isn't the kind of video I normally do, but I wanted to get my take out there to give some of my thoughts on the series, and some of MatPat's thoughts to my own fans. So I hope you liked the video, even if you didn't agree with it. And hey, if you have your own theory, feel free to post it in the comments. And if you're seeing this, I'm glad I could have I am glad I took this long road with you down the Five Nights at Freddy's road, and I cannot wait for the next one. I've been here since the whole Sonic is fake running episode. I can't wait to take more journeys with you. I'll see you guys in the next Gaming Professor. See ya! Class dismissed.